illustrate how police space can help you now to comply with the DO standard. Yeah. So now, first I will show the DO 178C workflow. As you can see, from the high level requirement over low level requirement, the source code that will be generated, then compile it. Then you have two types of verification. You have the verification of the source code, and you also have the verification of the object code that will match with the high level requirement. And the police space will be applied at this stage of the verification of the source code. The same for the conformance to coding standard. Yeah, we are at the code level, and that's where police space apply. And we also have a complete and more exhaustive workflow, and where all our MathWorks tool apply not only police space, but also tools like Simulink Test, Design Verifier, and so on. Yeah, to match the high level requirement. So means all the other parts. Yeah. But then regarding police space, we have at MathWorks two certification artifact explorer. We have one, that is what we will see in the second phase for the automotive or for the electrical, electronic in general. And we have one specific for the DO standard, where you have the DO 178C, or for the hard HDL code, for example, you also have the DO 254. Yeah, but staying to the DO 178C, we have what kind of credit can you obtain by applying police space. So it means you apply police space with the formal methods tool according to the DO 333. Yes, you can map to the different table like the FMA5 or the AFA6 or the FM1 to 7 objective. That's where some objective that police space can take those objective and then provide you some credit about it. Yeah. So the same also happened that police space can help you to verify the codes developed in the Simulink in the design phase as defined in the DO 331, for example. And it's applicable to the table MB-A5 objective. That's where we can also pick up some objective from there. And at the end, regarding also if you are working on the C++ code, that's where police space code work can help you to obtain some credit according to the DO 332 as well. And the table where this is applicable is the table A5, OO.A5, yeah, objective that are this table, yeah. And also what we do deliver you when you apply it is the different report for certification evidence, yeah. So it means that when the workflow look like this, once you have your model, you work on model, you use embedded code, or you generate the code, you can use for the source code verification either Simulink code inspector, but in our specific case, we are talking about police space. So it means with police space code bug finder, you could have the first certification report regarding the coding standard, for example. Yeah. Now we can also in the second part also take the same source code, yeah, with compiler, and then using police space code prover to have a report regarding the runtime error. And in the runtime error, you can also have things like data flow and control flow analysis, overflow, and something like that. Yeah. Other workflow is, for example, using processor in the loop. Yeah, but that is a little bit how, in general, if you apply police space until the end, you can generate different report for certification. Other company like Airbus have used police space, yeah, to develop, as you can see, the aircraft A330 or the Airbus 400M or the C295. That are all the MathWorks tools that have been used in this project. And as you can see inside of it, police space were the tool used for the code verification. Yeah. Okay, and that's the big highlight for DO standards. Now we switch to the automotive domain. I will take as example the ISO 26262. Yeah. And our certification kit, as you can see, have the artifact, supporting artifact for all those standards. And those all standards regarding if requirement regarding static analysis happens, then police space can be used to help you to conform or to perform those requirements. Yeah. And as I said at the beginning, I will take again the same workflow, but now based on the ISO 26262. Yeah, and with police space code verification, what do we have? Yeah, first of all, regarding the ISO 26262 overview, police space applied to the part 6, which is the product development at the software level, as well as to the part 8 for the supporting process. Yeah, where we have the tool qualification and the tool validation. Yeah. Okay. Now, so means with our certification kit, if depending if you have only hand code or if you do your code coming from model-based design workflow, you could apply police space independently on both with the supporting artifact from our third kit. Yeah. And for example, and will help you to achieve the SD level A to D, yeah, and with some different support report for the authorities, yes, and all this certification artifact documentation look like is this. You have the certification document, you have inside the description of the different requirements from the standard, and here we help you with the comment with which tool can be applied to support those requirements. So it means we help you and make those mapping for all the different tables from 1 to table 8, for example, to 15, excuse me. Yeah. And for each table, we have make it work so that now we have a complete mapping from the ISO 26262 standard of the requirement that can be covered using police space bug finder, for example. Yeah, we did the same also for code prover. As you can see from the whole standard, we can help we did this mapping and let you know that applying police space code prover or bug finder, that's not a requirement that you can obtain credit with it. Yeah. So, and in this qualification kit again, what you have is you have the supporting artifact document from the artifact floor. You have the certificate that the tool work according to the standard. You have a description of the tool use cases, means what the tool can do. And the work regarding the tool classification is already done, the same as you have also a work regarding the tool confidence level that is already done for you. So it means you don't need to do it anymore. And that's all together. You also have a workflow conformance, how to use the tool and with the associated requirement. And that is what our certification kit offer you with our different tools like police space bug finder and code prover with the different reference workflow, the use case defined, and how to apply it and how those map to the standard itself. Yeah, that's the part of the certification kit. Now I will move to the cybersecurity part. And regarding cybersecurity, do we really need cybersecurity? I would say yes. If we take some cases that happens, before 2023 and 2022 until now, we see that some big infrastructure, even in in different industry, have been hacked. Yeah, and that is the cost that this hack can had provoked. Yeah, and at MathWorks, what are the MathWorks capabilities regarding cybersecurity? MathWorks can help you if, again, I pick the V cycle, you see that for each phase, you will see that MathWorks have a solution for it. Yeah. Then in the system design files, we can use the threat and risk analysis, or we can, in the software design file, the security and design and modeling, we have tools that helps you to achieve the cybersecurity at this stage. At the software implementation phase, we have this tool that can help you to secure the code generation deployment by helping with the standard. And also, you can also apply security and robustness analysis, which replace the like force testing, for example. in the software test integration phase, and also in the system integration phase, we also have some test and intrusion detection mechanism that can help you. But for now, we will now just focus on this phase, code level, security and robustness analysis. What can MathWorks with Polyspace offer you? So first of all, what is static application security? It's white box approach to finding security vulnerability in software, make analysis and not execute the code, model and control flow and program semantic need to be checked. And you have to have a rigorous and fully auditable code. Taking these all requirements into consideration, you will see that Polyspace is also a SaaS tool. Because with Polyspace, Bugfinder on one side, we offer you the compliance to the coding guideline. We help you to conform to the common weakness enumeration, for example. We do help you if you work in the cryptography domain, tent analysis, or persistent analysis. And the Polyspace code prover will offer you this robustness and this reusability of your code by proving the absence of critical vulnerability in your code, like denial of service, memory corruption, and so on. And that's all put together helps you to quantify the cybersecurity and also reduce the false and best testing effort with the shift and left analysis that reduce the cost and then help you then with the compliance to the standard. Staying in details also means, for example, as you can see here, that's some example of execution. You see on the left side, for example, I have a use of forbidden function. This related, for example, to the common weakness enumeration security checks, for example. The same as for on the left right side, you see, for example, this is the check that is related to the common weakness enumeration with those number all. And you see they have the 10 analysis. And we have on the left side the customers level checks. That's two examples from Bugfinder. On the other side, I can also use code prover, for example, to prove the absence of vulnerability. As you can see here, out of one of IA, this can be checked using Polyspace code prover. And also things like user assertion can be automatically verified and proved. And that help us then to avoid up to 70% of CVS type of error. There's a link of the paper, then I will share. You could please read everything related to it. Now, what types do we recommend you to find vulnerability early and make your application more reliable? We recommend you to establish a process like automation, review, and feedback, minimize the assumption, like defensive code or modular analysis, because with code prover, as we say, Polyspace code prover with the gray check can let you know if it's still necessary to have some defensive code in your application or not. Visualize and compare first bug, last decision with Bugfinder very fast. With some debugging mechanism can help you in this aspect. Leverage proof of capability. Yes, the developer's knowledge. With the tools can assist you then to quickly achieve and solve this kind of problem. So which standards can be covered using Polyspace? As you can see, the ISO SAE 2143 it can be compliant. The compliance can be achieved using Polyspace. The same also for the industrial communication network. We have the ISA IEC 62443 series that can fully be supported by Polyspace. And the same also in the aerospace with the DO326 or DO356 standard the compliance can be achieved using Polyspace and for certification. For more details, please later, or for more detail about this standard and how Polyspace support, we can go to it. And again, that is again a mapping table then showing you exactly, for example, the different requirements from the ISO SE standard. You see that the different requirements And that is how police space can help you to achieve those different requirements and in different categories. You see, for example, that is this requirement as a topic list for some requirement and using police space, enforcing of strong type. We know that this MISRA, for example, we have it here. Verification of control flow and data flow. We know that is for the highest level. That's again a check that can be achieved using police space code prover. Yeah, and so on.